You know that cheese with holes? Well, here's a paradox. The more cheese, the more holes, but the more holes, the less cheese. So more cheese means less cheese? Behind this very cheesy thought experiment, I want you to see that not everything goes nicely in a given direction, and things can be a little more complicated. Now take biodiversity, add diseases, and voila, my main research question. When biodiversity increases or decreases, do you have more or less disease risk? Your guess? You could say pathogens are a part of biodiversity, and that's why there's so many terrible diseases in the jungle. More host species also mean more targets for pathogens to infect and more opportunities to replicate. Diversity thus has an amplification effect, right? Well, sometimes yes, but in reality we often observe quite the opposite, because to a pathogen not all host species are equal. A pathogen is only adapted to a given but evolving range of hosts. That's why you and a gorilla can get Ebola virus disease, but your cat cannot. Therefore, more host species not always provide more opportunities. It can rather reduce the portion of suitable hosts for pathogens, diluting infection risk and leading us again to the cheese paradox. In science, apparent contradictions like these call for more research to understand the details of things, and same goes for my research question. So for my doctoral degree, I study diseases in wild populations of primates found in Borneo. It's quite a complex context there. Up to 10 different species of monkeys and apes can live together in a single place, including iconic ones like orangutans and those funny-nosed proboscis monkeys. But these primates face declining habitats and intensifying human pressures like palm oil production. These can affect both biodiversity and disease transmission. And believe it or not, but in this part of the world, Southeast Asia, we strangely know very little about most infectious diseases in primates, even when some might be shared with us humans. Now, in places more or less disturbed, I collect fecal samples, or in other words, monkey poop, to see what pathogen these primates host. Preliminary results showed that their intestinal pathogens have very different infection patterns. Some can infect almost all primates, while others infect only one species. Afterwards, I analyze if places with more primate diversity have higher or lower disease risk overall, and if some characteristics of the landscape, like human disturbance, influence the whole equation to progress toward the details of the question. This topic is crucial to explore, not only for these primates all more or less endangered, but because understanding pathogen transmission in the wild is kind of urgent. If you paid attention to recent news, did you notice that sometimes, and it's not unlikely for primate diseases given our relatedness, sometimes pathogens can spill over from wildlife to humans and cause global pandemics?